Okay, I've got a full body workout that you can do today. Now this exercise is fantastic for building both your fitness and your strength and your speed, to be honest with you. So you do individual exercises, one exercise at a time, but then you repeat the sets over and over, and it's actually for time rather than a set number of reps. So the idea is to do as many reps as you can in the allotted time. So brilliant for building your fitness, brilliant for building your strength, and it's just quite a fun workout really, especially if you do it with a mate, because then you can both compete against each other to do the most amount of reps. So without any further ado, let's dive into them. So I'm going to pop the workout up on this infographic just so you can get an exact idea how it works. So you've got 4 exercises, you do 5 sets on each individual exercise, a minute on and a minute off. So you do 5 sets of your deadlift first of all, 5 sets of your squat, then 5 sets of your press ups, and then 5 sets of your kettlebell swing, all on their own. So when you come to your deadlift, you do a minute of deadlifting and then a minute rest. Then a minute of deadlifting, then a minute rest. Do that 5 times through, take a 2 or 3 minute rest, and then move on to your second exercise. So feel free to take a screenshot of that and then you can remember it. And then what I'm going to show you now is a bit of technique for each individual exercise, just so you can really smash those out. So it's a bit of a minger this, but you'll enjoy it, I'm sure. So the first exercise is a deadlift. Now the idea with this is that you get as many reps as you can within that minute, but one word of warning, with an exercise like a deadlift or the squat, which we're going to do next, if you don't get your technique right, or you're not strong enough already to kind of do the exercise fast, then you are at risk of injuring yourself. So what you want to make sure that you do is A, make sure that your technique is nailed to start with, that's a big thing. And then secondly, you're going to use a much lighter weight than you would normally. So I can deadlift 120, 130 kilos for 3 reps, something like that. Now when I do this workout myself, I only use 70 kilos. So I'm almost half my kind of 3 rep weight, so that's important to bear in mind. So you're moving fast with it, but it's a much lighter weight than you're used to handling. What I will say is if you're not used to deadlifting, you've not been deadlifting for long, don't try this workout. Or if you do, don't try and do your reps as fast as you can. Now, for the sake of this, I've just got 40 kilos on the bar just to show you. Like I say, if I was doing this for real, I'd pick a weight that was about 70 kilos, something like that for me. And then you put your timer on, pop a minute on, and go as fast as you can. You can actually download an app, which I'll pop up somewhere around here, called Interval Timer, or any interval timer app. And what you can do is you can program it so that it goes off every minute, and then gives you a minute rest and repeats it 5 times. So what it'll do then is just beep on the minute for you, and then you can just set it and forget it without having to keep checking your time. I have to wear glasses, so if I ever prop my phone up, I'm always squinting trying to see how long I've got left, so you don't want that to happen. Right, so deadlifts. So I won't even show you proper technique, I won't go into detail of technique on this, because if you can't deadlift already, I probably would pick a different exercise, just because you're going to be doing them so fast. So deadlift, picking the bar up and up to the top. But then, like I say, what you're going to do is do them nice and fast. So speedy reps, reset at the bottom, back up. So you can see I'm being really speedy on the way up, but not, I'm being fast, but not at the expense of my technique. My technique was still spot on every single rep. So it's fast up, fast down, and you might want to just take half a second at the bottom just to reset yourself, and then go again. It's all about speed with these. So deadlifts, as many as you can do in a minute. I think I normally do about 25, 26. Rest for a minute, go again, 5 sets. Then when you've done that, 2 or 3 minute rest, and it's on to the next exercise. Exercise number 2 is the barbell back squat. Now, same for this as well. A barbell back squat requires good technique, good strength. So if you're not used to doing this exercise, probably don't try this workout just yet. Get your technique nailed first and then do it again. Or if you want, you could maybe do bodyweight squats instead. So for your barbell back squat, you got yourself set up in a squat rack. Use a weight that's roughly 50-60% of your 3 rep max. So I've got 40 kilos on the bar here. That'd probably be about right maybe. Might go up to 50, but I probably won't go much higher than that. And then same again, you're going to be squatting nice and fast. Now normally, you want to make sure you're always facing the squat rack to get the weight off, and I'll put some video over the top so you can see what I mean. But just for the sake of the video, I'm turning the other way. But don't be the guy in the gym who's trying to back into the squat rack. You just look like you don't know what you're doing. So, under the bar, get into a nice position, feet shoulder width apart, and then just like normal, you're squatting. You probably don't want to go all the way down to the ground because it's about speed for this one. So down to halfway, up. So what you'll notice is I'm not going that deep, I'm only going to about 90 degrees and I'm powering up. Like that. So you're doing a full minute, as many reps as you can. So it absolutely burns like mad. Normally, if you're doing deep back squats, you're getting your bum pretty much all the way down to the ground. For these, about halfway. And like I say, keep your back tens, keep your core tens, and only do these if you can already nail your technique. Right, exercise 3 doesn't really need much explanation. You're doing press-ups for a minute. Lovely jubbly. So do these as fast as you can. If you get too tired doing full press-ups, you can drop onto your knees, but only if you're exhausted. And again, it's all about speed with these. You want to get it so your chest almost touches the ground, tense your core, make sure you come all the way up at the top. There's nothing worse than cheap press-ups that are just kind of half reps. You've got to come all the way up to the top, all the way down at the bottom as well. And again, you're aiming for speed, so do each rep nice and fast, nice and powerful. So in the press-up position, feet together, and then press-ups. Notice I'm going nice and fast, and I can barely talk because I'm tensing my core. Like that. Fast as you can. If you need to take like a 5-second rest and then carry on in between your reps. And like I say, if you struggle with full press-ups, drop onto your knees and do them on your knees instead. Like I say, a minute of those, 5 times through, hideous. You're going to be knackered by the end of those. Right, final exercise that you're going to do is a kettlebell swing. So these are absolutely awesome for mimicking coming in and out of that attack position and that manual position on the bike. So great for building up your descending strength for kind of holding that position, and also your manual ability, that kind of thing. So you'll feel when you're doing it, feels very similar to doing a manual or popping on the bike. So quite straightforward for these. Kettlebell swing. The good thing about these is that you can't do them slowly. Like if you go too slow, the weight doesn't come up, so you can only do them powerfully or not at all. So for a kettlebell swing, start off in the position. If you pop it on your leg and give it a good throw first, that gets it going. So you can start from there, give it a hit, and then shoulders back, and it's all in that hip hinge. Pivoting, shoulders back, powerful on the way up. I'm doing those for a full minute, so you'll find with those, they get tiring. So again, minute on, minute off, repeat it 5 times through. And that is the end of your Minging workout. It's horrible. So you really enjoy it, really builds up your fitness. Music's died down, I feel like I'm shouting now. Really builds up your fitness, really builds up your strength. They're absolutely awesome to do. So yeah, give it a go. Let me know how you find it. And like I say, I'll just say it for the final time, with any of these exercises, you've got to be certain that you've got good technique and that you're strong enough to do them fast. Because if you try and do something like a deadlift fast with poor technique, it's gonna go wrong. Make sure that you're advanced, if you like. Make sure that you're used to gym training before you give this workout a go. But if you are, it's an absolute killer. You'll love it. So drop me an email, let me know how you find it. Leave a comment if not, and yeah, go smash it. Thank you for watching another MTB Fitness video.